Alright, here we are checking out the demo for Unrest. Another Steam demo. You can buy it from Steam. It'll be out on July 23rd. Or you can get a direct download from the devs themselves. I'm guessing this got greenlit or some such. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what we're getting into here, so let's just do the thing. Start with Myth for multiple saves. Mortal is more of an Iron Man mode. Full disclosure, I played like the first 2 minutes before I realized I was recording with the audio way too loud. From the game, this mix should be a bit better. So anyway, you are Tanya, a peasant 15 years old. Tanya sometimes catches word of what's happening in other villages, and it's never good. Merchants arrive with rumors of open revolt, only to whisper hushed warnings about spies within the populace, watching and waiting for any sign of rebellion. However, Tanya's village has not seen any violence. Lakshmi, the noblewoman in charge of the farmlands, has run this village personally ever since the death of her husband. Her soldiers keep one half of the peace, and tradition keeps the other. In the midst of this, Tanya is about to be married. It is not long before her future and that of her village will be decided. What's traits do? Okay, apparently you're an intelligent loner only child. There you are. Why is it you always mope off alone when Juhi's busy with work? Couldn't you find someone else to amuse yourself with? Instead of skittering off into some dark hole like a beetle? Don't call me a beetle. Let's see, No wonder you and my mother get along. It's no good for you, you know, you or Juhi. You've both got such small families, you're going to need to have lots of friends to help with the little crises once you've got your own households. I've never been unfriendly to anyone. If they don't like me, that's their problem. If you say so, nobles, they like things real clean, simple. They like their peasants to do what they're supposed to when they're supposed to without any fuss. Because when things are bad, and they have been plenty bad lately, I like knowing that some little thing isn't going to be the fire that burns their things to the ground. And when it comes to keeping us right, they aren't too subtle. Fair enough. You know, your parents wanted to talk to you. I think they've been looking for you all morning. That's never good news. If I had known, I would have stayed hidden. Well, you can't hide from bad news forever, can you? Got to face things teeth first. Go on, they're waiting for you. I like the little animations for the people, but why is she just kind of hanging out smoking a hook? And the hand-painted art style is kind of cool and kind of mid-bid DeviantArt chic. I don't know how I feel about that. Unique? Yes. Aproportional? Also yes. I mean, there's a C to something there, but I think I would have waited a few years for the artist to get a little better. Just me. Just me.
Tanya, there you are. We've got good news, wonderful news. I know you weren't really looking forward to this day, but I think we've done well as any parents could.
I'm listening. We've arranged for you to marry Hanu, the merchant caste boy. If all goes well and Hanu comes into his heritage, you'll one day be a merchant's wife. The family agreed to marry their son to a peasant, and everyone's happy about this?
Oh, I'm a dude? Oh, the other family. I'm sorry.
The family is quite happy. We'll say no more about it. We arranged things between the parents today. We'll be taking our dowry out of Lakshmi's vaults and presenting it tomorrow. Between now and then, we'd like you to go to Hanu and talk things over with him. Tell me when you've done this so we can arrange everything else.
Tanya, I know you're ready for this, and I just wanted to say I'm proud of you. I've never regretted having you as a daughter, never for a moment. Always remember that everything we've done for you. I also apologize, I'm not trying to sound racist with this, but the setting would appear to be Middle Eastern, and I don't know how their accents work, so I'm at least trying to keep a consistent accent across all the people here that is vaguely foreign. She glowed for a minute. Can I talk to her?
You should meet with Hanu to see what you're in for. You'll be with him as long as you're both alive. Best start off on the right foot.
I think I screwed that up a little anyway. Oh, Nita. Who's Nita?
So I heard your parents managed to get you betrothed to Hanu. Congratulations, Tanya. You really deserve this. I don't know about that. I haven't spoken to him.
What do you mean, we'll see? He's the best pig in the village. Tanya, and that's a hard fact. Hanu's not just a husband, he's a hand up to the next caste. He's your way out of a lifetime of hard work and starvation. If my parents had got me a marriage like that, I would have never stopped smiling.
I'm not ungrateful, just cautious.
Well, you're not grateful enough, that's for sure. This marriage is the greatest gift you'll ever get.
Well, that's kind of dismal. Oh, we got things to click here. Oh, there's a map. I mean, am I here? Okay, you are here. All right, question answered. Again, the art's staying pretty good options. All right. Now I'm resentful because I'm talking like a huge bitch. These quests, active quests. Parental mandate. Mother mentioned a dowry. Okay, yeah, blah, blah. That's all the stuff we know already. People we know. Oh, here we go, profile. Dear, the local buyer and seller of goods. He does a little trade between the city and the village. You're not sure what the circumstances of his birth were, but you know he did fight in a war a few decades ago. Naga merchant. The merchant comes for very brief jaunts every once in a great while. No one knows, or no one you know has ever spoken with it. Oh, probably Naga like the creature. Alright, so we got a little bit of fantasy here. Village guards. Rough, hard-bitten men. None of them are from the village and none of them are allowed to speak with the peasantry. Huh, pardon me, a little tired doing this. Mandeep. The village doctor, which is to say Lakshmi's doctor. He's absolutely never spoken to a peasant unless he has to. But in his dealings with the social equals and superiors, he seems perfectly laid back and genial. How do we know that, being peasants? Payal. A young girl, bright and active. She likes you a lot and listens to pretty much whatever you say. Harish, an earnest, hardworking man, proud of his large family. Also, character portraits would have been nice, even if it's just the little on-screen icon of them. Just put them in the corner or something. I'm not going to remember all these names. Nalaya, you vaguely heard that Hanu has a grown sister, but she's always kept to herself and her peasant husband, and you've never spoken to her. And yet, you get the sense she doesn't like you. Go figure. Nita. Nita's a friend of your mother. In another life, she could have been a member of any ruling council in the world. In this one, she's a huge bitch. Or she just runs her household with outstanding finesse and energy. Your aunt is a willful, lively woman with a very strong opinions. She has grown to love your uncle, but they disagree frequently. Uncle No Name. Your uncle's a hard-working, earnest, pleasant man, not unlike your father. Your aunt runs him ragged sometimes, and he will have very little to do with this story, since he doesn't have a real name. Hanu's father. A merchant caste couple. They keep mostly to themselves. The father's loud, and you never once heard the mother speak. We didn't feel like writing bios for both characters. Hanu. The son of the town's merchant caste denizen. You avoid him, and he avoids most of the villagers. But you've heard he's surly and prone to aggressive outbursts. Great. I'm going into an abusive relationship. Radha, the oldest woman in the village. She gives a lot of advice to a lot of people, and it's not always what people want to hear. Lakshmi, she's owned this land ever since her husband died. Hey, it's all the... Oh, I thought it was the same thing as before. In the past few years, she's snapped up a few dozen others on top of it. You hear she's part of Bhimra's council. But all that means to the village is she's gone more often, leaving her hand-picked squad of guards to enforce her uncompromising order. Chewie, just about the only person you really look forward to seeing, and the only other girl you know who hasn't been looking forward to being betrothed. Okay, we were looking at Hanu's father before. Your parents don't have names either. Father, at times doting, at times exasperated. Your mother and father have been through hard times, but never times harder than this. Your father's toy-making abilities has brought bad grammar and some extra money, but from the outside, the occasional borrowed or rented book are all that separate you from every other peasant family. At times doting, at times exasperated. Your mother and father have been through hard times, but never times harder than this. No other information available because your mother does not matter. Hey, let's learn about some locations. Taxila. You know that the University of Taxila is a week's journey by horse, and that anyone, regardless of... This is way too much goddamn reading. Alright, cool. You want to learn some stuff? Click this stuff. Pause and read all these sections. I'm sorry I put you through all that, but I'm not that sorry. Oh, do we have stuff? We have an old wooden elephant. some earrings, a handful of royal coins. Yeah, we have like 3 pennies. That's great. The icon of Bankamundi, protector of livestock. Was that indicative of my role in this town, or what? Now loading. Who are you? What's up, villager?
My husband's been unbearable. Oh, he does complain about the food shortages as if we weren't. Oh, I can't read all that quickly. Hungry. Even the children are handling things better than him.
Why would you walk over there? I didn't have to hold the move before, you dope. I guess I can't talk to him. He's too far away. I can't talk to you either. These guys... Oh, can I talk to you? I don't know. Alright. What the deuce? Okay, I guess you have to get close. Things have been fine, Tanya. My family is fine. Thanks for asking. Like, it would make sense if the talk icon came up and then made you walk to them to be able to talk to them. The icon not coming up at all is throwing me off here. Hey, bro.
Move along, girl. Lakshmi's package, you won't be disturbed. I guess I won't be getting by this way.
That's nice. Alright, cool. Dead end. Let's go up and around and sneak through the thing. I feel like this might as well have been a visual novel. Oh, it's Chewie.
Hey, guess who's done with their chores? And guess who's where I just watched a baby elephant die face? You okay?
My family's engaged me in hunting.
What? Are you serious? I mean, I guess you should go talk with him, right? That's what your mother's going to tell you to do. Okay, just talk to me after, okay? Please? Okay, okay, please, okay, okay. Yeah, okay, okay.
Sorry. Still not sorry. Is this him? Oh, it's my uncle. Tanya, can you please talk to your aunt? Sometimes the two of you just understand each other better than I can. And someone needs to explain to her. No, I'm not telling about the Lakshmi for a wedding feast.
What? You don't think I should have my wedding feast?
Well, no, I think you shouldn't. It's just that Lakshmi has been very strange lately, and I think going up to her, demanding more food, but it's not well for a big feast, probably not going to do much for keeping peace around here. Just speak with your aunt if you get a chance, would you, please? So much for keeping the accents consistent. I'm starting to get used to the look now. I know I was dissing it earlier, but since it's very consistent, so as long as it's internally consistent, it's fun.
This snake hasn't left me in the afternoon. I'm bringing my children inside, not coming out into whatever.
Alright, nothing useful. Kingdom's merchants coming through. Tell us about the other kingdoms' empires. These days, all we got is deer and that awful snake. We're talking smack on the Naga. Do I get to meet the Naga? Alright. Oh, important shit. Let's go into the stables. Inside of the strongest, fastest horses in Bimro. You've never ridden a horse before. Well, that was pretty pointless. Who are you, villager? Yeah, the village has been talking about your dairy. Apparently, it's large enough to store Lakshmi's sheds. That's great. What you got, bro? I saw Lakshmi ride back from the city. Don't look too happy. I'm digging the music too. Oh, it's Mandeep. Oh, sorry. Mandeep glances at you dismissively over a leaf of parchment he's holding, then returns to his work. I love that there's a contempt bar. It's a bar I should have over my head at all times. Oh, right. Nagas. You can buy stuff. The Naga's cart. Anything put on here will be gone forever within a few hours. It's doubtful you can take anything back from it without the Naga noticing. Hey, guy.
Just saying hello. Oh, hello. I'm sorry. This has never happened before. Humans scatter like beetles wherever I go. Only nobles like Lakshmi ever speak with me on purpose. And Lakshmi always keeps me waiting, like today. To be honest with you, most humans find Naga terrifying. Tell me, what do you think I'm capable of? If I were to tear you apart right where you stood, how long would you last against your village, your guards? And if I made it back to the city with human blood on my hands, how long before I was torn apart and sold to the markets in pieces? What makes you think we'd fight back at all? The thing about humans is that you love warriors for your leaders. The king and queen weren't warriors. They talked trade, peace, negotiations. Your poorest and hungriest didn't want to hear that. They wanted murderers. I thought we were the poorest and hungriest. The slums had a gang leader, Jaydeep. His men were killers and enforcers. Now the slums have made his gang a militia. He reports to another murderer, Ranveer, a priest who wants the innocent Naga refugees in the slums butchered. If you want to see real human leaders, look to them. You know, I've heard rumors about how Lakshmi's husband died. That seems like a non-sequitur. Lately, it seems like I'm hearing more about humans than I ever wanted to. Was there anything you wanted? I've nothing much to sell you. Most of what's on my cart is for Lakshmi. Got anything to read? I don't traffic in books. The only things I've got are my own treatises. Here, I've already read these. I don't know if I could stomach a second reading. Oh, thanks. I'm not sure I could afford these otherwise. Is there anything else you wanted? I've nothing much to sell you. Most of what on my cart. Well, yeah, same thing, whatever. My father is a toy maker. Perhaps you'd like to buy some to sell in the city? I need to see one myself. I'll go get one.
Alright, so I guess back to the father. Well, this is fetch questies I'll get out, to be sure. That's alright, I don't know. I'm getting used to it, but it's not really sucking me in yet. I'm curious enough to see where the story goes, and I do like an autosave feature, but it's definitely not grabbing me by the shorts or curly, so we got autosaves. If we need them, we can use them. But yeah, that is Unrest. Definitely seems to have a story to tell. And demo is free to play on Steam. Not sure how much the full game is, but I think you can look it up yourself. Check it out, baby. I don't know.